Today I'm going to teach you, as I've promised, that I'm going to teach you or show you how to use table, how to create a table using SQL commands or SQL language to create a tabular structure and then insert several rows or record into the table. So in our previous class, we did the use of uh, how to update our database. We did that, and I promise that I'm going to go further than that. So let's open a new file and go to this world. So I'll be using this world. We're working with continents like table. We have table called countries here. Understand? So we are going to work with that right now. Now we have to create a new table. You understand? We are going to create a new table. Meanwhile, the table we have here is called country. So we are going to create a table. So for us to create a table, let me zoom it big. So to create a table, let me just say use world. That is the name of the database first. So use world. Yeah, I run it. So I've used world now. So I've highlighted the database. So I'll say create what table. So I'll measure the name, create table. Then the name of the table. The name of the table should be, let me just say continent. Continents. Okay. So what you do is you open your bracket. You're going to close it. You're going to then you list several data type and the column name. So let's say the column name, I have an ID here. So I'll say the ID is varchar, or say integer. So I can say it's integer. That's the numeric values are going to be there. So let me just give it let's say 255. That is the highest space there. Then I can say not null. You understand? So auto increment, I will explain them now. Auto increment. So the meaning of that is that it's an integer, that column. So I'm going to create several columns of the table, because a table does not exist without a column. And so you have to define the columns. Then the kind of data that will be accepted or entered into that column, is it a string, like is it a text data, or is it a number? So that's why I enter integer. Integers are numbers, like odd numbers also. So 255 is the space I'm creating. Then not null means I don't want that space to be empty. I don't want that column to be empty. I want it to be populated. At least when you are entering something, you don't omit that column when you have to enter something into it. Then the other one is auto increment. It's an ID. So when I'm going to the next row, let it auto increment. Like the next value, like if the first value is 1, the second one automatically will be 2, 3, like that. That's why there's auto here. Auto means automatic increment. Okay. So the next one is let's just call it name, continent name. Let me call it continent name underscore name, so that there will not be space. No. So let me just say string. Of course, I want it to be string. Or you can not string. I mean, so varchar is a string. Varchar means a string. It's going to be a string and some other variable characters. So that is it. Then let me just put 255 here. Okay. So I stop there. That one is just a very simple stuff. So let me just enter one more stuff. Let me just say population. Okay, population column. And let me say it's varchar also. Varchar. So let me just say 255, or it's an integer. You can say big integer or any other. Okay. It's a population. So it's not going to be string. It's you can call it big integer. So you can say a whole lot of data type here. You can timestamp and the rest. But let me say big int. Okay. Big int. Okay. So let me remove varchar because it's going to be big integer. So I don't know if I write 255, but let me leave it like that. Automatically let it suggest default. Okay. So when I'm through now, I'm going to show this here. So you have to give it what's called a primary key. Primary key is the unique identifier. I talked about it in my previous video. Primary key. What are you using as primary key? Your ID. So you enter now. So if I enter, okay. So I put comma here. That's why it's showing error. Okay. So if I run it now, I'm going to run it. So if I run it now, you'll see a table has been created there. So if I run it, let me refresh here now. So you see a table has been created, which is called continents. If I check it now, if I just select everything from the table, you see that there's no data that's populated into it. So I'll say select star from what? Continent. Okay. Oh, okay. So what you do is that make sure you put semicolon so that it will terminate that first statement we have already created. So it says select star from continent now. So you run it. you see it now. So there's nothing here right now. There's nothing here. So I might populate it. If I want to populate it, let me populate with several items like continents we have, plus let's say 5 continents for instance. So you go to this place right now. Okay, let me zoom it big. I mean, let me reduce it. Okay, so you go to this place to be insert into what continent. So I want to insert, I want to populate it now. Insert into continent. You can name the columns, which is ID. What again? Continent name, continent name, continent name. Okay, then and what again? Population, populations. Okay, so you can now say values. So I want to just put a lot of values at once, so that's why I'm going to say values. So I'll put bracket now. So I'll say that one is number one. The other one is what? Let me just say Australia or Africa. Africa, start with A, Africa. Then the other one is, let me just say 22. Just put a lot of zero here. So put comma. So I'll just copy and paste. Control C. Copy and paste. Then let me just like 5 values, 5 different row. So yeah, comma comma. Then I'll end this one now. So I'll end it. Okay. Then this one is number 2, number 3, number 3, number 4, number 5. Okay, this one is, let's say Australia. Australia is South America, North America. Let me just say America. America. Then this one is Europe. Europe. And this one is Asia. Okay. Yeah. So I have this one. Let me just say this is 25. This is 20. 20. This is 40. Let me just put this one. Then this is, let me just say 50. Okay. So I have all those information right now. So let me run it and see. You can end the semicolon because you are through the statement. So you click it, you run it. When you run it now, it has inserted. So let's showcase what is there now. Let's run number. Let me just say select star. Select star from what? Continents. Sorry, from continent. Continents. Okay. So if I run it, you see everything that's already there. So you can see it right now. So I'll be able to create a table and also to populate it with data. So that's how to create a table. First of all, create the table name and then define the structure. The structure is also called schema. So define the schema, which is the column, the kind of data that goes to the column, and what it is. Is it a primary key or not? Then the other ones like that. So you can define as many column name as much as possible. So that's where we're going to stop today. So make sure you practice and subscribe and like this video and share it with your friends and family. Thank you and have a wonderful day.